So, and the Nobel Prize was for this circadian rhythm. And as you know, years and years and thousands of years and like centuries, we all woke up with the first sunlight and then we went to sleep with the sunset. And so through the generation, our body hormones were adapted to produce certain enzymes and certain reactions and certain chemical and adjust the body temperature and adjust blood pressure according to the circadian rhythm. And only about whenever Thomas Edison invented light bulb and then it came to every house, this is when we actually stop following our biological clock. And there's a link you see for YouTube. I'm gonna send it to the theoretical part of GroupMe and you will be able to see, like, no need to read it right now. But basically what you're seeing is, if you look through the clock, is right, we have our sharpest rise in the blood pressure. It's 6:30 a.m. and this is why we wake up, and this is why the brain becomes very active. And then 10 a.m. is highest alertness. And then look, 5 p.m., greatest cardiovascular efficiency and muscle strength. So this is actually your best time to exercise. When we're going to go talk to psychobiology, I'm going to tell you that like 7:30 to 10 a.m., this is actually the best time to do anything, because this is when you're most responsible and you're unlikely to say, I'm not going to do it. And that's why a lot of people choose to exercise in the morning. This is the time when you actually have the most willpower. This is the time that you should do the most important thing of the day, because you're not just going to ditch it. Because again, this is the time when you have the most serotonin, and serotonin is responsible for your willpower. So when people tell me, oh, I'm just lazy. No, you're not. There's not such a thing as lazy. You don't have enough motivation. You don't have enough serotonin. You just chose the wrong time of the day to do it. Okay, and like, this is just for your information, short-term health concern. And this is like if you traveled or you one night stayed up with your girlfriends and you know, party too long. So this is just like one day. Okay, and long-term, it's actually, this is for my shift worker, Sean. This is for us, for healthcare workers. Heather, if you hear, this is for all the nurses. Maria, thanks God you gave up this profession. Okay, shift workers are the worst. Okay, and like this leads to all of this long-term health consequences. Wait, this is the motto of 2017 Nobel Prize, Health Lies in Healthy Circadian Habits. And again, I'm going to share this video. You will be able to watch it. Okay. In order to start with setting up your circadian rhythm back to where it's supposed to be, the most important thing is the sleep. Okay, and let's try this week to try to go to sleep between 10 a.m. and 11 p.m. But I want to warn you, if you're somebody, like, body cannot tolerate if you do dramatic changes. So if you're somebody who goes to sleep 2 a.m. and tonight you're going to try to go to sleep at 11, this is not going to happen. Okay? You're going to be in the bed tossing and turning, and you're just going to be miserable. So if you're somebody who's like so far from this 11, then shift it 15 minutes per day. So like you normally go to bed 1 a.m., okay, go to 12:45. Okay, tomorrow go to 12:30. Okay, and then shift it until you are between this 10 and 11. Don't try to change your body in one day. This is just not going to happen. Okay, so in order for us to go to bed, to sleep between 10 and 11, you actually have to go to bed 30 minutes before. And I want you to think on this one phrase: every motion create an emotion, and every emotion create a motion. And then let me give you an example. So let's say you're about to get hit by the car. So you feel fear, right? It's a very scary experience. What's gonna happen? You're gonna start having palpitation, the heart is racing, okay? The pupils are dilating, the eyes are wide open. You do this, right? Did you think about this? Did you think that your heart needs to race? Did you think that your eyes need to widen? Of course not. Your body did it yourself. Let me give you another example. Somebody said something very embarrassing and your cheeks flush immediately, right? Did you think that you need to flush? No, of course not. The body did it on its own. So you had emotion of embarrassment and your body gave you a physical reaction. You have emotion of fear and your body gave you physical reaction all on its own. And so every emotion actually creates reaction in your body. So you have to set up the stage and set up your brain that I'm going to sleep right now. So you have to have a routine. Okay, everybody had a children, and you know like how sometimes it's difficult to put children to bed. You know all of these advices. You have to have a routine, right? Lavender bath, bedtime story, cuddle, tuck, turn the light off. Okay, so treat yourself as your inner child. So let's try to do the following routines before we go to bed. And that's where your notebook comes in. That's why I asked you to buy the notebook. I want you to have this notebook on your nightstand by your bed. And I want you to do a couple things. Okay, we're going to start diarying. It's only going to take 5 to 10 minutes. Number one, I want you to write the most beautiful thing of today. And it can be anything. It can be the sky were beautiful. I was driving across the Causeway Bridge and the water was so beautiful. Canada had some snow. The snow was beautiful. Somebody paid for my coffee. This was a beautiful act of goodwill, okay, or generosity. Okay. So anything that made your day beautiful. Okay, one thing. The second thing is, what pleasures did I give to my body today? Specifically to my body, what did I do for myself? Maybe I did a yoga class. Maybe I went to manicure. Maybe I had this phenomenal chocolate and it was so tasty. Maybe I had this coffee on the porch. So something that actually gave your body physical pleasure. Maybe I asked my significant other to rub my shoulders, okay? Maybe I sit in the bath, something that you have done to your body that brought it the pleasure. And if, God forbid, today is the day that you did not give yourself any pleasure, make sure you plan it for tomorrow, okay? Then the next thing I want you to write is the strongest feeling of today. What was the strongest feeling? Was it an anger? Was it a happiness? Was it a joy? What was the strongest feel? What was the biggest emotion of this day? And then I want you in 2 words describe situation, okay? And just note it, okay? I don't want you to analyze it. We're actually going to analyze it week 3. We're going to chart it for 2 weeks in a row, and then we're going to come back 2 weeks later. So start charting tonight, and then 2 weeks later, we're going to start working with all of these feelings, okay? And then the next thing is affirmations, okay? So again, every motion creates an emotion, and every emotion creates emotion. So if you set up your brain to believe in something, it will create a physical response in your body. For example, if you keep saying to yourself, I'm so fat, I'm ugly, oh my God, look at this belly flap, I need to lose the weight, okay? The body actually starts to feel sick because you are telling your body, I'm not beautiful. I'm fat. I'm somehow not good. Okay, so that's create a negative emotion, negative feeling in your body, and that works in opposite way. This actually those beliefs make you sick. But it's something you can't just say, oh, I'm a beautiful, okay? If you don't believe it, there's studies that actually show there's it gives negative effect. So it should be something that you truly believe. For example, I am doing everything in my power to be best myself today. Every day I'm working to get better than yesterday. I working really hard to improve myself. I'm improving every day. Every day, I love myself more than yesterday. And again, I'm going to send you the whole list of affirmations. And if you guys haven't read Louisa Hay, this is on my must-read list. Okay, I'm going to send you a list. You're going to choose your affirmation. And I want you to write it before you go to sleep 3 times and really believe in this. And then the last thing is think about tomorrow, what's going to happen tomorrow, and write only one, the most important thing for tomorrow. Please don't write me list. I need to go to Walmart and this is my list, what I need to buy. Okay, this is truly the most important thing for tomorrow. It may be something like I need to change my oil because if I don't, my car is going to break. Okay, I need to finally pay those bills. I need to finally drop my coat to the dry cleaner. Okay, but it's truly the most important thing for tomorrow. And then very important thing, how you're going to reward yourself if you're going to do it. So this is something that you've been delaying, something that you like, you know, it needs to be done, or you want it to be done. Like, you know, maybe I'm finally going to paint this painting, or I'm finally going to pick up those beads and do necklace that I really was delaying for 5 years. Okay. But if you do it, you have to reward yourself. And again, it's very strong message to the brain that you actually care about yourself and you actually keep up with your promises. If you do not reward yourself, then brain next time will not do this. So people who lack the motivation, a lot of the time, it's because you created this negative loop of doing something and then not giving yourself enough credit. Okay, and really, reward can be anything you want. Go back to your pleasures. Okay, find what is pleasure, what really will bring you pleasure. Okay, and this is actually, I'm sorry, it says it's the last line, but it should have been the first line before you even go to bed. It's prepare the glass of water for tomorrow, because we're all starting to drink from tomorrow. And we're starting our day from the glass of water, and it's a room temperature, or you can actually, like, if you want, it's going to be a little bit warmer than the room temperature, but it's not ice water. It's pure water. It's on your nightstand, and you drink it as soon as you wake up. Okay, moving on. When you wake up in the morning, do not rush out of the bed. We're all going to stretch. We're going to all lie in the bed, and we're going to do like stretch up and down and move the shoulders before you do anything. Wait, right now I'm going to have a little bit technical difficulty because I have to switch between devices, and we're going to show you 2 different exercises that you actually do in the bed before you get out of the bed. Okay, so you're still in the bed, you're lying on your pillow. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to turn off my video, and I'm going to turn on Natalia. Okay. Okay. Okay, can you guys see Natalia?
Yes.
Okay. Yes? No, yes. You're
Yes,
all
yes.
muted, yes or no? Perfect. Okay, so the first exercise, is for this big muscle in your neck that called platysma. It goes all the way from the chin line and to your clavicles. And this is really the muscle that makes us look so much younger, because it creates this angle of young, beautiful women with a long swan neck. So this is really kind. Remember, you're still on your pillow, okay? And so you want to lift your chin up. It's a very small motion, okay? And you want to lift your chin up, and it's like 1 centimeter, like half an inch move that you're just lifting your chin, and you're just barely lifting your head off the pillow. And then you're going to turn, you're going to do 10 of those, or 5 of those, or 7 of those, however you feel this morning. And then you're going to turn your chin toward middle of your clavicle, and you're going to lift the corner, Natasha, can you point to the corner of your mandible, corner of the lower jaw, and you're gonna lift the corner of the lower jaw off the pillow and just like feel all of this muscle. Guys, if you have the room, I really want you to try this exercise with us right now. Okay, if you have the room, like if you have a floor in your house, or if you have a couch behind you, I really want you to try and tell me if you feel this muscle. It's a really thin, really long muscle, and it goes all from your jaw line all the way to your clavicles, okay? Really small motion. It's not 1 inch, it's like quarter or maybe half of the inch up, okay? Really small. You should be feeling the anterior portion of your neck. Okay, so this is the first exercise. So you do between 5 to 10, and it's like a 3 position. First position, Natalia doing is it again, it's straight, so chin up to the ceiling, okay? The second position, you turn your head to one side, and then you're lifting the angle of your jaw. And then the third position, the other side, and you're lifting your angle of the jaw, okay? And then really, my absolutely favorite exercise is, it's called dying cockroach. And believe me, I'm now famous for this in medicine, because I'm showing it to all of my patients, okay? It's dying bug or dying cockroach, and it works phenomenally with lower extremities edema. And what you do is just you lying flat on your back, okay? Notice Natalia has a little roller underneath her neck. So if you're doing it on the floor, you have to stabilize your neck. But if you're lying in your bed, then you're just like on your pillow, so you don't need to do anything additional. And so it's a vibration, it's a shaking. It's almost like a ketchup effect. So remember the bottle of the ketchup? When you turn it upside down, the liquid is not easily going down. So you actually start shaking it and tapping it for the liquid to go all the way down. So this is the same effect. And this is phenomenal Chinese exercise for improving circulation, blood flow to all of your extremities. All the juices, all the lymph, all the energy goes to the center of your body. Okay. Let me go back to my screen. Natalia, can you please unmute yourself? Yeah, I'm actually, guys, I'm gonna unmute you for a second. If you have like any questions. No questions? Anybody want to unmute yourself, ask questions? That's your chance. You muted yourself there. Okay, so then we moving on. Okay, and then you remember I asked you to buy your elastic band. Everybody can see me. Let me stop sharing again for a second. Okay. Wait, this is my elastic band. Can you see it? Okay, so what is the elastic band for? This is actually the cheapest ever reminder and training machine for your waistline and your posture, okay? So when you, yesterday or last week, when you measured your waistline measurements, okay, I want you to measure exactly this amount on your elastic band, and then I want you to suture the ends end to the end, so do not overlap it, okay? And then when you put it on, okay, you put it on your waistline, and it's not supposed to be squeezing you, it's not supposed to be pressing on you, it's supposed to be very comfortable and easy on your waistline. And what it's gonna do, so this is me standing beautifully, I'm posing for you and for my picture. The moment I'm gonna slouch, okay, it's gonna cut me in. Or the other nasty thing is doing, especially when I'm at the office and I'm slouching in my chair, this band start climbing underneath my bra. And this is immediate reminder for me to straighten my back, okay? So this is the only reason we are using it. It should not be compressing you. If you have to suck your belly in really hard, it's like difficult to breathe. This is too small, okay? We're not trying to squeeze it, okay? This is the reminder about the posture, okay? To elongate your spine. Okie dokie, moving on. So you got it, right? So you woke up, you did the stretch, you did the exercise with your platysma, you did the dying cockroach, and then you put your elastic band on. What do you do next? You drink the glass of water, okay? And this is the water you prepare from the evening. So you drink it, you go around your day. So during the day, I do want you to drink about 30 mils per kilogram of weight, or 1 ounce of water per kilogram per weight, okay? Take it with a grain of salt. This is so different, and for people, depends on your climate, depends on your humidity, depends what you eat. Because if somebody who eats a lot of watermelons, tomatoes, cucumbers, salads, this is the food that contains over 90% of water. So you actually feel yourself, versus somebody who eats sandwiches, right? This is completely different two people. So always look at the color of your urine, okay? If your urine can be described as yellow, you're dehydrated, okay? Urine should be described as a straw color. Straw meaning hay, cut the grass, dry yellow, okay? That's straw color, okay? If your urine described as amber, oh my God, and my nephrologist and me is having heart attack, okay? You're super dehydrated, drink a bottle of water right away and then keep hydrating. If you go to the restroom and you don't see anything, like your urine is the color of the water, back off, you're overhydrated, and you actually can get a water intoxication. This is a real thing. You can get too much water, okay? So always check your urine color. This is the best indicator. And a lot of people tell me, oh, I can't drink water. I hate water. It tastes horrible. Can I flavor it with a Crystal Light? No, but you can flavor it with a natural flavoring. My favorite one, lemon. Be careful with the lemon. If you have GERD, if you have any ulcers, okay, this can exacerbate. It's going to increase acidity in your stomach, so it's going to make it worse. And the other very neutral one is a strawberry. I love ginger with mint. I love cucumber with mint. So be creative, add stuff to your water, and please drink. Okie dokie. We actually, now let me tell you really quickly about breakfast, and then we're gonna break for 3 minutes. You're gonna move around, okay, get your mental alertness, and we're gonna go back to our exercises. Okay, so the breakfast, and like for me, this is really hard because I love intermittent fasting. I do intermittent fasting. And so for me, breakfast 1 hour after awakening, it was a torture, but you cannot imagine what a difference it make in my moods and like the way I feel. And it's actually very important because if you look again at our rhythm, look where's the highest alertness. Highest alertness is around 10 a.m. It's about 3 hours after, where you like normally wake up. So in order, our brain is the smallest organ weight-wise, like one of the smallest organ weight-wise in the body, but it consumes over 80% of our energy, 80%. So our muscles don't consume as much as our brain consumes. And so in order for your brain to be very alert at your natural circadian rhythm, you do have to eat 2 or 3 hours before, so you actually have digest and absorb these nutrients, and the glucose can actually get to the brain at 10 a.m. Brain thrives on glucose and carbs, okay? So please, 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 if you wake up at 6, the breakfast should be at 7. You wake up at 7, the breakfast should be at 8. Just try. And if you're not a breakfast person, maybe start with smoothie. Maybe start with liquid breakfast, liquid breakfast is a little bit easier. Okay, maybe start with a small something, okay, but really try to incorporate your habit. Okay, we're gonna break up, and then I do want to, for the next, we're gonna join the second session in 5 minutes. And for the second session, I do want you to install your devices somehow that you have to hold it and you can see us, and we can actually try all of these exercises, okay? This is something we want you to do each of this is 1 minute. And I don't want to make all of the 7 of them together. We want you to incorporate it during your day. So every hour you're going to move, and I want us to all try all of these exercises today. So I'm going to end this session, and in 5 minutes, we're going to join the second Zoom meeting, the second link that I sent you. Okay?